Sag mir, wie geht's? C'est moi, Dieter. Ich bin Dieter. Ça va? So I found three more of my favorite paintings. These are really big, so I'll show them. Uh, they're all just the paper is 36 by 24. I like to use Arches paper. I think it's the best. It's made in France, but they were out of it last time I bought some watercolor paper. So the stuff I got is quite nice. I think it's from there's very few places that make watercolor paper. I think this is American stuff. There's a place in France, I think one in England and one in the United States. I think there's only three. But this stuff is quite nice. So I'm happy with it. You know, when the supplies are short, you have to get what you get, right? But I highly recommend the Arches, Arches. It's really, really fine stuff. But this stuff I have is really good too. As long as it's made from 100% cotton or linen rag, it'll be good stuff if it's pressed properly in the molds. So yeah, this is a painting I did of Stuka when he was a puppy. I really like this one. Stuka lived till he was 11 and a half. I had to put him down, unfortunately, 3 years ago, just before I got Coco, because he had a tumor that in the space of literally a month grew from a little thing the size of a I don't know, size of a nut to the size of a basketball in about a month. And I mean, I wasn't going to spend $6,000 to have him bleed to death on a table. I think sometimes vets are irresponsible. I said I'm not going to spend $6,000 to have a dog die. I don't know where they get off thinking. The kind thing to do was to put him down, and he died in my arms. And but he was a champ. I think he knew it was time. So anyway, that is. And he was a super dog. He was half chow, half lab. He was the most gentle dog. Anyway. This is my favorite watercolor. I call it the Three Amigos. That's Mika, my husky, who lived to be 22. That's Stuka when he was about 1. I did this on the farm where we used to live in Stratford. And this is Luna. My ex has her. I wish I had Luna. I think she's still alive. She'd be 20 now, I think. But Luna was a female calico cat, and she was one of the dogs. I mean, when I took the dogs for a walk, she would come. When the dogs would stop and bark, Luna would stop and meow. So she was a really, really cool cat. I like cats too, but Luna was special. So this is my favorite watercolor painting. I think I did a good job on that one. I did that one about, that'd be about 12 or 15 years ago now. So yeah, there you've seen some of my, oh, there's one more here. Yes, I did a samurai and a geisha girl. Not super realism, like I told you before. I can do it, but I just find it really tedious. And my other thing about super realism, if you're going to do super realism, I can appreciate the technique, and I do know how to do the technique, but just take a photograph. You know, to me, it's like, you know, I'm a guitar player. I'm not a great guitar player, but I'm good enough for me and my dogs. And it's like I don't want to hear somebody play Pink Floyd exactly like Pink Floyd. I want to hear Pink Floyd. I don't want to hear someone play David Gilmour exactly like David Gilmour. To me, that's not creative. I want to hear David Gilmour play David Gilmour, even if David Gilmour's 80 years old and makes mistakes. I want to hear him. I don't want to hear voice-corrected bullshit like what most of the young people listen to today, because it's bullshit. That's not creative. You know, could you imagine voice correction with Mick Jagger, or pitch correction with Keith Richards and Neil Young? Uh, Seriously, a lot of these young people today, not all of them. I'm always impressed when I meet nice young people because I do. But fuck, give your heads a shake. They accept the most banal, uh, mind-numbing shit as creative music. It's not. It's just garbage. And I don't care how well you play. If I want to hear Eddie Van Halen play Jump, I'll listen to Eddie Van Halen play Jump. I don't care how well you play it. And it's not because I'm jealous or anything like that. It's not that at all. Make it your own. If you do a cover, make it your own. Right? That's all I'm saying. Because even if you make a cover your own, you're putting in some creative input. You're putting in your take on that. That to me is interesting. I don't want to hear somebody play Terry Kath. Well, no one could play Terry Kath. The long departed great guitar player from Chicago who was a master on the wah pedal and blew Jimi Hendrix away. So that tells you something. Listen to the Chicago's first three albums, and you'll hear what I mean. Haben Sie einen gutes Tag, Wiedersehen.